Hey everyone. Sorry, just had to make sure it's on before I say anything. How's everyone doing? This will be a live that I actually stay on camera today. That'd be good, right? Yesterday, I started a live and I had to leave it for 20 minutes because I was trying to help someone get into the building. And of course, when I start the live, that's when they needed the help. So it's interesting how that happens. How's everyone today? Hope good. It's already 6:09. It's crazy that the day has already passed pretty much. But we had that time change this weekend. Are you guys feeling it? I am a little bit. Not too bad though. So let's see. Hopefully more people get on. I was just gonna make a video, but I decided to come on for a live because I was gonna do it yesterday and then just one thing after another when I was on live. So I ended up deleting that live. What was the point in keeping it on? Oh my goodness. How's everyone tonight? I hope good. Hi Rochelle, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support all the time. Love you. I've been so busy the last couple of weeks trying to figure things out for my mom and also just trying to hold our stuff together, honestly. So sorry if you hear that music in the background. It is somebody in their car. Hold on one second. I'm just not trying to get a copyright. Anyways, I don't think you can hear that now, right? Let me know if you can still hear that music. And let me know if you can hear that. Thanks, Rochelle. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, oh my god, today. So look, I really feel like companies are just kind of, especially in California, I don't know if it's like that anywhere else because I don't have experience anywhere else, but so my washer dryer thing broke over a month ago, and basically I had a couple of people look at it and they didn't know what it was, and finally this third company that I had come in and look at it, they basically said at first it was the latch for the washer. So the washer's on the bottom and it's a top loader, and then I think, yeah, it opens from the top, right? And then the dryer is right on top of that. So basically the washer stopped working, and hold on, I'm right here still just getting something in my notes. Okay, all right. So basically they said it was the latch when they came to do it, and that they would order the part. So I already had to pay $260, $100 for labor, and the rest of it for the part. And then I was like, are you sure? And then this will be fixed, right? And he says yes. Okay. Because it's been tiring, washing clothes by hand and stuff like that. I know that sounds spoiled. I have a washer and dryer. I want it to work. So anyways, as soon as he leaves, I do a couple loads and boom, it's not working again, right? Can you hear me now, Rochelle? I hope you can. I'm pretty sure you can. But anyway, oh my god. So It stops working after a couple of loads. He comes back and does something to it. He's basically like, okay, it works again. And he basically unplugged it and plugged it back in. And so it works. But then it stopped working again. Like right when I turned it on, it just shut back off. Right? So I call him again. He comes back and assesses the washer and then comes out and says it's the motherboard. And he's like, that's going to be, basically it's close to 300. And I'm like, what? You said it was the latch, now it's the motherboard. He's all, yeah, don't worry, that's not including labor and installation. How much can that part be? Like, really? I have a GE, General Electric, washer dryer center, so it's just, you know, the ones that are, like I said, on top of each other. It's all connected. And I'm just so frustrated because, like, I just want things to smooth out, to work out. I want a job. I've been filling out applications, interviews forever. And it's crazy. I mean, California is expensive as it is just for everything. But then there's inflation where everything's gone up, okay? And right now, it's like I'm already doing the bare minimum when it comes to costs. You know, I get store brands unless it's something that I like. There's some things you just cannot get store brands of because you cannot. But it's like, here's my washer and dryer set. So if I paid all of that before I go on to my next thought, that's already over $500, more than $500. Okay? On top of that, I still have rent to pay. I'm a single mom, single blind mom of 3. I don't have money like that. So it's rough, right? So it's going to be over $500 just to get my washer fixed. That's a little less than half of what the unit costs. Then my child needs clothes. Both of my kids need shoes. The 2 younger ones, they need it. And it's hard. I'm like, I barely get the minimum for myself. All I want is a job, like, really. And it's just unbelievable. Last year I was working at this nonprofit organization and I loved it. I mean, completely. I was receptionist and doing other things as well, other duties in that job, and I loved it. You know, I felt like I was in a position to help others. I felt like I was in a position where it helped me as well, because not just financially. In fact, I was getting paid minimum, but it was more of having purpose, you know, going every day, speaking with these people. I mean, really awesome people that came in and just hitting on hard times, or the foundation is for people trying to get back on their feet when they've got a record. And so they offered classes like forklift and OSHA and, you know, things like that, hazmat. They also offered domestic violence classes, and so there was different things. And then we had like a little closet where people donated clothes, and then people would come in for clothes, necessities, things like that. So a lot of times I would talk to these people, whether they were the single moms or the men who were just getting out, and they're just genuinely trying to start new. They made some mistakes, they got caught up in some situations, and it just felt good to be not only in a position where I felt like I was doing something, but it just felt right, you know. And that's my calling, like that's my heart. I want to help people in one way or another, and I just want to work because I literally need to help my family right now. I mean, we are in need of couches. Our couches are like torn up because of the cats, and well, my oldest cat passed away, but he did a lot of damage before he did. And and then I have my other cat, but It's just from years of it. He's not like that anymore. You know, they're crazy when they're younger. But anyway, I go on so many tangents. We are in need of couches, like clothing, and I do what I can. You know, I get as much as I can at hi, Divine Hermit King. Hi, thank you for joining. So it's just rough because it's like so much. I mean, we are short on towels, we are short on sheets, and it's not that I don't want to work, it's that people are really discriminative, and I'm not letting it defeat me. I don't let it get me down. I just know people are not educated when it comes to blind people. And that's the main thing, is that employers are not up on the technology that's available now, and they're also not very keen on certain things that could actually benefit them, because when you hire a person with any kind of disability, usually your company gets a tax write-off, and it's actually a smart thing to do. Also, I hate to say this, okay, I really do, but it makes your company look good, and I would make your company look really good for more than one reason. I was in the front desk at the Paving the Way Foundation, and I can't tell you how many people came through there, and we really connected. I connected with them, you know, because for one, I'm not there to judge, and that foundation is just great anyway, you know, but I'm not there to judge. I'm there to help however I can. We all made some stupid mistakes in our lives. We all wish we could do certain things over. I am so sorry. 1 second. Hold on. Hello? Sorry, guys. Ugh, I feel bad. Okay. What was I saying? Anyway, we can make your company look good if we're reliable. Yes, there are some blind people, I won't lie, that aren't. Some blind people were really sheltered. Some people were not made to do things the way I was. When I lost my sight at 10, my parents didn't feel sorry for me in that way. Now, they felt they had a hard time with it, yes, but they still had me in the kitchen learning to cook. They still had me learning how to clean. I was still expected to do well in school. I was expected to know right from wrong. And now I'm raising my 3 kids, and I may not be the best mother in the world, but I try my best. I give my all. I don't have all the answers, but I raised my kids, and when they were babies, I took care of them as well. I changed their diapers, I cleaned them, I bathed them, I stayed up with them when they were sick, I clothed them and burped them, and I loved every minute of it. My pregnancies, I had to get through like anyone else. I mean, a lot of times people don't see that we do things exactly as other people have to. We just might do things a little bit differently. We might have to alter the way we do things, but we have to get it done, you know. And I'm now a single mother and have been for quite some time, and yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that just like anyone else, you know, I have abilities. I have ways of doing things, so it's just frustrating. But yeah, so I just really have been frustrated today, because going back to that company, like, how do you charge someone that much. First you tell them this is the only problem. It kind of reminds me of a car dealer, like a dealership. You go there, they tell you something's wrong, or not a dealership, sorry, a mechanic place or something. It's like they tell you one thing's wrong and then they tell you all these other things are wrong. And at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know anything because I am not educated or well versed in that. So how am I going to know if they're trying to get over, or you know what I mean? But it's just, I don't let it get me down. I don't. I'm just telling you all about it. You know, it is what it is at this point. Do I get tired of not being able to see? Yeah, because I think people try to get over in certain ways. Not think, I know they do. And a lot of times I won't even, like when it's a personal thing and I know someone's trying to get over, there are times when I won't say anything. I'll just hold it. But for lack of better terms, I may not see you with my eyes, but I see you. You know, and you know when people are being, just not honest. But anyway, let's see what else I want to tell you guys about. I'm just tired. Like, I want to move out of California altogether. It's allergies. Like my allergies are acting up a little bit. I'm done with California. I really am. I am tired of it. Like, it's so expensive. I don't feel any growth, especially in Palmdale. And if I do stay in California, I just want to get out of Palmdale. Like, it literally is not the place to be. It's not. It would be nice to move somewhere nicer in California. It's just the cost of living is just crazy, honestly. But it's not impossible. And then the other thing is, I honestly wouldn't mind moving from California. You know, I like the sound of Oregon. I like maybe Nevada, maybe. I have a few places in mind that would be good, and for a couple of different reasons. You know, I want it to be family oriented where I move. Also comfortable for me and my kids. You know, I am Hispanic and they're biracial, and honestly, that matters. Like, I want to move somewhere where we're good, you know what I mean? But yeah, that in time, you know, I hope to get new couches. I hope to accumulate things, and I am not one that just wants to ask or will ask for things, because I really want to get it on my own. It's just frustrating trying to get employment, and it's difficult. So yeah, that's I'm just seeing if there's any other comments. I don't think there are, or I'm just not looking in the right area. Okay. As for my mom, last I shared with you guys, they moved her in a room where there were several other people, like 3 other patients in the room, and that's temporary. They're working on moving her out back into her own room, because for one, I don't want her in there with more than one other person. I wish she could have her own room, you know, but I think it's a good idea to also have another person in there so that she's not by herself like that all day, you know what I mean? Of course, the CNAs and nurses come in, but at the same time, it's good to have someone else there to have some sort of conversation or something like that, you know? So, but it is nerve-wracking to have 3 others in there with her, and she's calling, like, you know, all the time, letting me know that she doesn't want to be in there. It's only been a couple of days, but still, I understand. It's like, it's too much, you know? So there's a lady there that I think I've talked about her before. She's awesome, so she will have her out of there. She's been really good at looking out for my mom. It's just unfortunate that she has to leave that facility soon. And that's another thing. I'm having a hard time finding a decent one that her insurance covers. So I don't know if anyone has any information on that. I heard that there's some kind of waiver. I'm going to look more into that tomorrow. A waiver that helps pay for facilities like that, where she can get her full care, because she's 24-hour care. And then it's also like the nursing, you know what I mean? So basically, what I mean by that is she needs therapy also. So it's occupational, physical, and speech therapy. So nothing's wrong with her speech. They more so focus on like reading skills, you know, things like that, like to get her mind back on there like that. The strokes really hit her hard. So trying to figure that out also. But let me see what else. And so I've just been filling out, like I said, applications and things like that. I am waiting still on a response about the counseling opportunity. So I'm hoping that'll work out. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. You know what's crazy is 2 years ago, October of 2021, I got hired with this law firm, and it was work from home, great benefits, decent pay. And so there is an organization called the Department of Rehabilitation where they're supposed to help with resources, whether you want to continue your education or gain employment. And they were supposed to hire, and apparently they did hire, an assistive technology specialist. Well, his title is actually a little more than that. He specializes, he's the only one in California apparently, that specializes in what's called scripting. So what scripting is, on our computers, for people who are visually impaired, we usually use a screen reader. And my screen reader is called JAWS, JAWS. So JAWS will read almost anything. I mean, these screen readers are getting so good. They even describe pictures now. And they're improving a lot. So, I mean, there's some details that are amazing. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but they're getting better. JAWS is a screen reader for the computer that reads everything that's on the screen, from your icons to surfing the web to emails, you know, all that good stuff. So the thing is, sometimes jobs have different programs that aren't exactly compatible with JAWS. So it makes it difficult for the program to read, or, you know, for a lack of a better way to put it. So they hire someone who goes in there, and there's scripting that they need to do. So for this particular job, the screen was, from my understanding, sectioned into 4. So picture your computer screen, and there's 4 screens on it, okay? So my job would have been an intake specialist, which I got hired for. I passed their assessment and went through their testing and everything like that. And basically, I would get calls from different people wanting to get connected with the right law firm or get legal advice in certain ways, and I connect them to the right lawyers that can do that. So they said they were going to spend nearly $10,000 to get this man to come in and script for that position. A couple of months went by, and I stayed on top of it, and basically nothing happened. I got hired in October. Then the holidays rolled around. They said that he would be off for another month or longer. So that got put on hold. The job, thankfully, was waiting. You know, they didn't, like, you know, say, okay, you can't work here anymore. They were just waiting patiently. So January rolls around, and I contact them again after the holidays, and they're like, yeah, he's really backed up. He's, you know, just got back from the holidays, but he'll pick up your case as soon as he can. Okay, fine. February rolls around, still nothing. Then he says he can't get in contact with the job. The job says they can't get in contact with him, and I heard this for months on end. Job apparently was still holding on to the position for me, like it just... I mean, they might still even hire me. I just couldn't believe how they were, you know, flexible with that. However, At some point, DOR, the Department of Rehab, just completely dropped the ball. It's not the first time it's happened. And it's happening to a friend of mine currently. She has gotten hired. And now it's the company, though. So it's first it was DOR, Department of Rehab, and now it's the company. And they refuse to just do what they should do. I mean, they were basically holding out on sending the laptop that was the work laptop for them, for the DOR, Department of Rehab, to input the correct assistive technology programs into the computer. So there was a back and forth about that. Bottom line is this: people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Like when it comes to people that have visual impairments, it's like we're kind of just dismissed or something. And maybe it's not that, I honestly don't know what it is, but it's tiring. When you fight so hard to do things, you work so hard to do things, you have to prove yourself. It feels like 10 times harder than the average person, and I'm all about working for my own. I'm all about that, but it feels like my hands are tied behind my back sometimes. So that's really frustrating. So it's like, how am I supposed to better our lives when this is happening? But it's gonna happen. I don't want to sound hopeless or anything like that, because that's especially these days. Like, I am not, and I know there's a way, and I know things are gonna get better. But it's frustrating in the moment when you're going through it, and you just want to breathe, and you feel like everywhere you turn is something else that's popping up. Like, I just want peace. I want to breathe. I want to be able to just go get my children clothes. I want to be able to just, be able to do that. And that brings me to my next topic. If there's anybody that's young here watching, do not have children early. And I don't mean that don't have kids early. You don't want to be in a position where you feel like I feel right now. Take your teens and 20s, get to know yourself, know what you want, travel if you can. If you can travel, do whatever you can to see other places, because it will enrich you and it will enlighten you in ways that it's just incredible. I talk to people who have traveled, and it's just, their mind is so much more open to things, to different things, and they aren't, how do I say it, they're not judgmental, and maybe some of them are, but I'm just giving you the positive here. Like, there's so much more that when you have a family, you'll be able to show them and teach them and let them know there's more out there, and let them dream, but it's just, sorry about that. I'm just seeing if there's a comment. There's just so much more to life, and you want to be able to learn who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and if you can help it, don't get into a serious relationship too early. Focus on school, focus on you, focus on building yourself. Sometimes it does work for some people, where they meet someone young and it works out. They go through motions, because I don't care how old you are, a couple is always going to have their ups and downs, right? Like, they always are. But it's so important that you learn who you are, and you have your own thoughts on things, and your own confidence and security within yourself, and because it all belongs in self-love. When you know and love yourself, it's different. Hi Mona, thanks for joining. Yeah, kids grow way too fast. Like, I personally, if the world was if things were different, I'd want another baby for sure. Like, for sure. But I wouldn't just have one to have one. And the problem sometimes with younger people, they want to have kids just to have a baby. There's even women now that just want to have a baby. Like, they don't care about the marriage and connection and the person that they're creating. They care about, oh, I want a baby. It's like, you got to really plan, that child's going to grow up. Not only that, it's like who you're having the child with. Do you guys first off like each other? You know what I mean? It matters. Build something first. Know that person. And of course, as you get older, when you know yourself, it's a different story. I just have so much to say, but I'm so kind of just tired of how things are these days, and I want better, and it's not that I don't deserve it. I feel like I deserve it. I know I do, because I try. I mean, I don't just try, I do. I'm talking to people. I'm trying to get hired. I try to teach my kids in the best way I can. I'm open to advice with people who are experienced in different aspects of my life. And that's another thing with young people. Like, listen to people who have been through it, like have experience, not people who are just talking because it's another comment on a post or someone who just wants to hear themselves. Like, talk to people who have experience. Talk to your elders if you can, and respect what they're saying, because they may not know everything that's going on in the world right now, as far as things that literally probably aren't even important to know right now, but they can definitely guide you and let you know, like, hey, you don't want to go down this road because I've been there, and literally they've been there. So it's important. Life choices are important, and it starts early. We all have our mess ups. We all have those things. No one's perfect. Life doesn't come with a manual. But trying to make the right decisions from the start, it's just going to make your life that much better later. To where you're not feeling alone in matters, and just trying to figure it out. I don't feel like we're meant to navigate this life alone. I don't. I feel like partnerships are important. And when you want to find someone and you're ready for that, make sure that your values align. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, make sure that's what he wants. I'm talking to the women now. Look, men too, but women, like, if he lets you know that he's uncertain or he doesn't want a long-term relationship, don't think that because you're beautiful or because you're so sweet to him, because you cater to him, that you're going to change his way of thinking. Especially when they're older, they are set in their ways, or they've been through some stuff. So you can go into that and enjoy, but just know that what they say when it comes to those things is what they mean. And if they don't want marriage and you do, then you're waiting on something that's not going to happen. So be realistic with yourself at an early age. Try your best. Try to talk to elders, try to talk to people that are experienced. If you're looking for a relationship, if you're dating right now, the dating pool is not the best. It's just not. I've been talking to someone now, and thank God, like, he's just very different. But I've been on these dating sites, and oh my God, like, I just don't even know anymore. I don't know I'm not on there now, but if you've been on there, you know what I'm talking about. It's just either they're looking for sex or they're looking for, I don't know what, but a lot of them are not looking for a serious, committed relationship, and definitely not marriage. And it's like our values and morals have been so just thrown out the window that it's just crazy. But not everybody thinks like that. It just seems like that's what's happening these days. I don't know. But my advice, and it's because I'm at where I'm at, don't have children young. And if you do get advice, talk to people who are much older than you, very experienced. Talk to people who care about you. And I don't mean care about you because they say they do. It's another thing. Love is action, not words. And people can say they're there for you. People can say they love you. But what do their actions show? You know, it's not just about saying I love you. It's not just about calling you sometimes. It's deeper than that. Do they truly have your back? What does love really mean? You know, people throw around that word so loosely, but it's like, can I call on you when it really matters, you know? Whether it's because I'm sick, I'm in a bind, I'm not just money, just in general. Can I count on you to actually be there? But it's so important that you think clearly. And I'm not saying not to have a family. Oh my God, like I would like a big family, but I mean, also comes finances and expenses with that, you know. But it's just important that you know yourself before you get into something serious. And if you've been in a long-term, here's my real advice. If you've been in a long-term relationship and you have trust issues because you've been cheated on for so long or lied to or whatever, really take time to heal. And I mean really heal. Get a counselor. I'm working on getting one now. It's taking forever. Medi-Cal, thanks a lot. But yeah, I'm doing self-healing on my own as well, you know, whether that's meditation in church in the morning, really looking inside myself. Self-reflection is so important. You know, we can blame everybody for everything, but if you don't look inside yourself and see where your part is, it's not going to get any better, because remember that you have control of you, period. So regardless of what the world tries to do, your partner does, your ex did, or your mom did, or your dad did, everything else is within you. And when you're especially over the age of 18, there are no excuses, and there's no one else you can blame. There's no one else you can blame. Even when people say things, do things, it's you who allows them to have that power over you to either upset you or deter you or just, you know what I'm saying. You have control over you, and don't forget that. In any given situation, you do have control of your mindset. And it's, believe me, I've had to really look inside myself and change my mindset, because I swear I just didn't even realize I was hurt in some areas, you know. But yeah, I was for a long time, because hi Victor, thanks for tuning in. Glad to know you're in here. It's been a minute. And who else? Okay, I said hi to you, Rochelle, Mona, Divine. Okay, so self-reflection is important. And I mean, truthfully, look, you really have to look inside yourself and be honest. You know, it's only you and God and your thoughts at night. And if you just believe that it's just you, then it's just you with your thoughts. But we all have a part in things that happen. Sometimes things are unfortunate and just happen to you, and that's unfortunate, but there's still healing that can be done. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, like even younger. I mean, first off, I lost my sight at 10, and I felt like I had to hide my feelings from my parents because I didn't want them to hurt. You know what I mean? For a long time I felt like that. Like and I felt okay, you know what I mean? But I would say like around high school is when it got really bad for me. Like I just felt I was waking up in the morning like, why am I awake, God? Why another day? You know, like why? This is a waste, you know. And Then they tried to set me up with counseling, and the first counselor that sat down to talk to me, she came and got me out of class. We went and sat on this planner. And I've always really been a thinker, and you can't just come at me. You gotta be real. And I've always been like that since I was little. If I can sense anything else, then I shut down. Still. So she sits down next to me on the planner, this counselor, and she starts to talk to me, and I stopped her and I said, you know what? I cannot continue this. I'm like, I'm not one of your assignments. I'm like, you're talking to me like you just opened a book and you're ready to start a chapter. I said, so this is not going to work. I think she was kind of offended. But what can I do, you know? I wasn't going to talk to someone that I felt was just there. Hi, Gloria. Thanks for tuning in. It just felt fake. And it felt like, well, she was there to do her job, but it shouldn't exactly feel like just that. You know what I mean? Your job, your chore, your whatever. So that didn't work. And then I did get further counseling. But it's important in any way that you need to heal. And then I was sexually violated when I was a little bit older, and I won't go into that too much right now, but it just, you need help when you need healing. And then, you know, I was in a relationship for 16 years, and then there were things that it's just, okay. Anyway, it's just important. Healing is important before you get into a relationship. Healing is important in general. Unless you find a good man or a woman who is willing, because they care about you, to help you heal. And I really mean help you heal. You know, they suggest things for you to do. They don't, it's not your typical, oh, I'm just going to listen to you. No, they actually make you, they challenge you. You know what I mean? They challenge you, and in healthy ways, when they're a healthy person. So, thank you, Mona. It's a hard road. It can be. And when you feel like you've been lied or deceived by people who supposedly, quote unquote, love you for so long, it's hard to believe in other people. And this could be family. This could be your long-term relationship, the mother or father of your children. It could be, usually it's the closest one that hurt you the most. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be betrayal. It shouldn't be cheating. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Sorry, that's outside if you hear that. And then people have different morals and values today. Like, people, I know that there's a such thing as polygamy, and that's fine. But what's not fine is this, because I totally respect you. You know, you want to do that. That's more power to you. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that doesn't work. I want to be your only woman. I want to be your only one, and I want you to be mine. You know, I don't like sharing, and I don't want to even have to worry or think about that. You know, and let that be known up front. And that's another thing, don't ever pretend to be okay with something you're not, because you're not going to be. And don't try to mold to what they want, because you're never going to be happy doing that. It is okay to not feel okay about something, to not want to be a part of something such as polygamy. Like, you like this person, but this is what they believe in. You don't have to mold to that. That is okay. You are not wrong for not wanting that. It's what you want and what you wish for. I mean, that's something that is important. So don't feel like you have to mold or change for others because you may feel a certain way about someone. So I just have so many thoughts on things right now, but please always be true to yourself. You know, people say that a lot, and they say it to sound good, or they put little feel-good quotes or whatever. But I'm telling you, do what's right for you. Because at the end of the day, you are who has to look out for you. You know, and you might be blessed to have other people that do it as well. But when you work for something, when you're trying to heal, it's you that has to do it from within, you know, and that's where it starts, from within, you know, and other people are not responsible for your happiness. They can bring you joy, they can add to your cup, you know, they can pour into you, but happiness begins from within, and it just, you know, and so does beauty. It begins from within, and it flows out, you know. You have to really believe in yourself, believe in what you want and what you want to do, and fully take action in whatever that is. And if you have all of your senses, please, please, don't let anything hold you back. Even if you have a disability, don't let anything hold you back either. But I'm talking to people who literally have no reason or excuse to not do, because life is short. And when you're here, it's limitless. Like, don't sell yourself short. Whether that's in a job, in a relationship, and anything. You want to accomplish your dreams, set goals, and really work at those goals. Because people could say, I want this, I want that, oh my God, and brainstorm with people, and then it just sits there. But if you really want something, you go for it, and don't wait on others to help you get your project going. If you get people together and they work together, wonderful, great. You know, but hold yourself accountable. And hold yourself accountable for everything you do. Even the mistakes you did. Yeah, I did that. I own that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you cheated, say you did. If you messed up and forgot somebody's freaking birthday, whatever, don't make an excuse. I'm sorry, I did that. You know what I mean? Be real. Because when you are, people respect that so much more. I do. I know that none of us are perfect. You know, I know that. But like in a relationship, what I want is just let me know if you're interested in someone else. I don't want to have to worry about that. I worried about that for a long time. I don't want to worry about that. I know I'm not the most beautiful. I know I'm not perfect. But I shouldn't just be thankful because I'm blind and you want to deal with me. Like, that's just not, you don't deserve a cookie for that one. Sorry, you don't. Because I do take care of me. But it's good to have someone you can lean on. And I will show nothing but respect to that person, because that's what a relationship should be. Love, respect, honor. Anyways, I think I'm talking too much, but at the end of the day, be true to yourself. Know what you want. Young people, travel, focus. Get yourselves together before starting a family. You don't want to be in the position I'm in. I don't have regrets. I just wish I would have done things differently, and that doesn't mean I have regrets. That means that I do realize that it didn't have to be this way. You know, unfortunately, I do have the circumstance of being blind, so that does make things a little more challenging in some ways, you know, but just be true to yourselves, and don't hurt other people doing that. You know, everyone should have a right to their own decisions and judgments and whatever it is, but I don't know, I'm just kind of tired. I want things to get better, and they can, and they will. But like I said, it's just when you're in it, it's frustrating. But I should have some more lives soon, more videos, happy things, and announcements and things like that soon. I think I am gonna get off of here in a minute. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Share if you'd like. But yeah, my videos will be about other things as well. I'm still doing my bracelets, so I'm gonna be doing the what's it called, holiday ones, Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. So, oh, I guess another piece of advice, since I'm just like throwing out advice, if you guys have a doctor's appointment, right, and you don't understand something, or you don't feel right about something, or you feel like something's a stupid question, don't ever think anything's a stupid question when it comes to your body. Always get second opinions, and just always ask questions, because in general, that's what helps when you learn about things. Not when you assume things, not when you Google things all the time. You know, when it comes to medical, like if you Google something, they'll just tell you to order a casket. Like pretty much that's what that would come down to. But yeah, do that. And that's it. And if you're a young person, you still live with your parents, help around the house. You don't understand how much stress that relieves. Take out the trash without being asked. Or partners, do things that help alleviate your woman or your man's stress. When they come home, give them a hug and a kiss. Give them a massage. I mean, when you love someone, there is nothing wrong with catering to them. My God, it's a beautiful thing. Just make sure that they are showing the same love and respect back. But let's lift each other up and try to help in any way we can. And if you guys have any advice on jobs like work from home, or even in the, I don't know, LA County area, Antelope Valley area, for now. I don't plan on staying here, but for now. Other than that, stay positive, keep love first, integrity, pray in the morning, meditate. What else? What's another good thing to do? Read books. Read. Please do a lot more reading. Stay off the internet so much. Read. And give wherever you can. Help, because community is everything. Alright, love you guys. Please put a like, subscribe, spread love. I might do a GoFundMe. I don't know. I don't like asking people for things, but at the same time, I need to get my family and I back on track. My children need clothes. We need stuff here. My bills are piling. I'm trying to keep them all, like, as best I can, but you know what's crazy is that when the cost of living goes up, assistance only goes up so much. So like, for an example, people think that Social Security goes up a lot. It doesn't. Like, I remember, what was it this year? Like a $20, $30 raise. I'm like, what's that going to do? But anyways, I love you guys. Sending love, sending positive vibes, and I'll talk to you all soon. All right, bye-bye. Trying to see if this actually ended. Thank you, Mona, if you guys can still hear me. I think it ended. I'm not sure. Yeah.